Hello guys, it's Gabriel Bihar. So, I know you guys have been asking to do a behind the scenes music production style. So I'm going to give you some review on that, okay? But if you guys need anything or want to ask me anything, just let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you guys. So, if you guys don't know, my artist name is Sweden, which is Sweden but different. I abbreviated the name because Sweden was a country, and the first time I ever made up my own DJ name was actually this year. So I call myself Sweden because I was referring to the country Sweden, which was, the opposite. So what I did was I dropped the E and then I put the I next to the N and the D. And that's when it became Sweden, and I just knew. But that name's been around for a long time, so I hope you guys knew that. But yeah, let's just dive in. Let's go. So guys, I'm in my studio, right here in the basement. If you guys don't know, I went to Dominican. That's why I have this hat. I actually got a lot of things from Dominican, okay? But more on that later. I want to take you through how I do my music process. But it's going to be hard to do because I usually don't make songs at this hour. But I'll showcase more for you. That way I can demonstrate what I'm doing. So, let's get into number one, okay? Number one is the melody, okay? If you don't know what a melody is, it's typically, it's kind of like a song, right? But you just hear it in your head and you're like, well, I want to play that. So, the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm writing songs for my own is I hear a melody in my head, and then I make a melody. So like I think of one in my head and then I play it. So like I can't play it right now, but I can try to play it on the guitar. So like say like if you guys wanted me to play a melody, I could just be like okay, and then or this could be like a C, I think, like so that is how I first come up with a melody. But actually, if you guys can see me, I can play it for you, okay? So, I'm not really good at playing chords, so just bear with me, okay? It happens every time. But I used to have a teacher who who gave me this guitar. And so yeah, I just knew. No, it's like I don't know what it sounds like. I think it's like somewhere there. But as I was playing, I could hear like the notes and stuff like that. So if I play that, I can basically just record it on my phone or whatever, and then I can just, play a song with it. And that's how I was able to do all that. I record everything. And that's typically how I produce. I just record everything. Nothing comes to mind when it comes to producing. So I was able to go to Dominican this year, finally. I don't know if you guys knew, but I got this hat in Dominican. What I believe a songwriter should always have on him, and it doesn't always have to be the case, always use a guitar, okay? Always use a guitar to write melodies, or your voice. It doesn't matter what you want, it depends on the level of creativity that you bring to the song, okay? My main instrument for writing songs is actually piano. I hope you guys knew that. But it was hard for me because I typically don't write songs as much as I used to anymore. Just because I've had a lot going on right now. And part 2 is basically just producing the song. Whether it's, whether if it's on a computer or your phone, you should always, produce music the way you want it. Even, say if you don't like the song you made, you could rewrite it. You could be like, oh wait, I want it to be this lyric or this lyric. All those things. So, and you couldn't reproduce the entire song over again. Okay, even if you wanted to. Kind of like in Zed's Clarity, right? You couldn't reproduce the entire vocal chops to clarity even if you wanted to. But, he couldn't go back and redo all that. So, same goes for me. Like, I couldn't reproduce my new song, Sea Level. That would take forever. And plus, I would have to find the right samples, the right song, melody, and it just would take forever. So, I basically had to, recuperate my brain to get it to work, so that way I had that imagination in me. Okay. But yeah, this is my studio that I'm in right now. See? This is my studio. This is where I make all the songs. Okay? All the songs, all the music. If you guys don't know what that is, that's my desktop that I used to write music with and produce. It is a really, really hard thing to do. But like I said, I could not reproduce the entire song, because if I did, I would have lost my mind. But yeah, so if you guys don't know, well, let me fill up this over real quick. So that is my MIDI keyboard right there, along with my microphone. That's my large piano I got from my open house after my graduation. And yeah, so if you guys don't know what that is, that's my live sign. I use it for when I'm in my studio. It really had an effect on my life the first time I ever got it, which was, I think, last year. During Christmas, it was a really big moment because I'm not really a fan of live. I usually do, but I quit using TikTok this year, so I don't do live as much as I do now anymore. Just so you guys understand. But I used to do TikTok for a living, and I used to make videos before I even became who I am now. And that's what it became. So, but yeah. And number 3 is, once you completed your, the song, producing the song, you have to do changes to it. Like, like layer vocals or do anything, really. So how I do this is I like to, number 1, is I like to sing after I produce the melody. And that's how I do it. And I don't think we'll have enough time to do it all because I only have 7 minutes on this thing and I can't really do 15. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. That is it for my behind the scenes today. And yeah, just check into more videos and I'll see you guys next week. Also, my dad's birthday is tomorrow, so just leave your birthday messages in the comments and I'll be happy to respond to them. Thank you.